Hello students, good morning, and today we are going to start with the last topic from this chapter, the taxonomic aids. So first of all, you must be familiar with or you must know that what are the taxonomic aids. So for taxonomy, certain kind of identification or studies or fundamental type of features or studies are considered so that we can correctly identify the organism. For that identification, the keeping of the data and to keep the data preserved, to keep the species preserved, and to conserve the genetic material, no, making sure that species will not get extinct, and how to conserve that data. All these kind of information is considered under the taxonomic aids. So taxonomic aid, it relates with the process in which we keep we keep a record of the data about the biodiversity from various type of resources, that is said to be the bioresources in general, from forest, from industry, from domestic or any kind of area. The data collected about the biodiversity related to the type, variability, number, abundance, richness, any kind of factor is said to be a taxonomic aid. So first of all, the first type of the kind of storage or preservative method used to preserve the plant or botanical data after collection is said to be the herbarium. So herbarium is a storehouse of collected plant specimens that are first what we do, we dry those abstracts, whether the leaf, whether shoot, any kind of, first we dried, then press it and preserved on the sheets. Certain kind of sheets are present on those in the form of polythenes or in certain other kind. The leaves or other kind of structures are kept and then they are stapled, then one upon the other in the form of a complete specific kind of arrangement. The herbarium sheets are left so that this kind of preservation cannot harm and should not harm any kind of morphological feature of the preserved structure. These sheets are arranged then according to a universally accepted system of classification, in which we also mention, as it is shown in this figure, leaves are kept in this form at the surface of the herbarium sheet. Then they are labeled based on from where they are abstracted, with their botanical names, local name, who collect that kind of specimen, what is the date of collection, what is the place of collection, other in these kind of points are also mentioned with the herbarium sheet so that it becomes easy for the next observer to collect data again if some kind of hemorrhage can occur, and as well we can decide that is this a new specimen or not. Next are the botanical garden. As its name represents, these are the garden in which the living plants collections are kept. The plant species in the garden, they are grown so that we can identify each plant, and the characteristic feature of this kind of botanical garden is that the botanical garden plants, they carry a kind of label which represents their botanical and the scientific name. And the most famous botanical garden are at Kew, England, India. India's famous garden is Indian Botanical Garden, that is at Howrah, India, and the National Botanical Research Institute, Lucknow in India. So the names should be remembered because these are asked in your NEET examination. So please keep in mind the famous botanical gardens are at Kew, England, Indian Botanical Garden in Howard, and the Indian Botanical Research Institute, Lucknow. Next are the museum. So first of all, as you know, I hope you are familiar with museum. The here we are going to discuss biological museums or biomuseums, in which for the institutes, in the institutes, several institutes, for example in universities, Delhi University, Punjab University, Patiala University, Bangalore University, in all these kind of university, museums are made to capture the collections of various kind of specimens for the study or reference of the students. And these specimens are kept in specific kind of jars, and those jars carry are filled with the specific kind of preservative that is usually said to be the formalin. Plant and animal specimens are preserved as dry specimen as well. For example, insecta. So there are insect boxes in which the insect are kept. First they are collected by using different kind of nets, then they are killed with the using certain kind of killers, then they are pinned with the specific kind of pins. Stretching is done specifically by separating their wings, their arms, their legs, and then in a specific arrangement they are arranged on the boxes so that the stuff can be examined again and again. For the large sized animals, zoological parks are there all over the world, as its name applies. These are the places where wild animals are kept, but their environment is protected from any kind of the illegal kind of activity, and they are under the human care so that they can gain good kind of behavior and health, and the chances of their extinction get reduced. As you know, this is the most familiar zoo which we visit nowadays very easily, that is said to be the Chatbir Zoo near Chandigarh, and this that kind of zoos are present all over the India. The main motto of those kind of zoos is to preserve animal so that the species will not get extinct. Next are the taxonomic keys. So taxonomic keys are not these kind of specimen, they are a kind of identification keys. Keys means certain kind of characters. For example, if they have wings, if they have no wings, if they have this color, they have this color. In this means two contrasting characters are selected. On that basis classification is done in sequence. Keys are of many types. For example, concentric keys, bracketed keys, point keys, step keys. Means the pair of the characters which are chosen to represent a key are said to be the couplet. The keys are based on contrasting characters which are always kept in pair, that is said to be the couplet. For it means you have to make a choice between the two options, in which one option is will definitely be accepted and other will be rejected, or from which one is selected, then further classification is there. In this way identification is made of the organism. For example, uh, if the flower is undergoing cymose type of growth, or it is undergoing a racemose type of growth. If it is undergoing cymose type, then cymose is of unipodal, multipodal, or bipodal, means which kind of characters are showing. And that in this way, by considering number and number of characters in sequence at the depth, we can easily classify any kind of organism. Same can be applied on the animals as well. Thank you.